Hey you, so on this video, should you be buying platinum on the right side here over silver on the left side here? Now I'm just going to go over a few pros and cons, well maybe not even so much pros and cons, just my current mind state on platinum. I've been asked a few times recently on what I thought on the current price and whether I'm buying. I've done a video on this before, so it's just going to be somewhat of an updated video. So once again, I've got the silver over here on this side and the platinum here on this side. So before we break into this, I want to mention, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe. So let's break into this one. So when it's talking about platinum, platinum is one of the, you could call it the alternative metals that a gold and silver stacker would consider. You know, normally when you're talking to anybody, it's going to be gold or it's going to be silver. These are the two main big boys in the group. I know a lot of people mention other metals in the comments, how they think maybe it would be copper. So these are the platinum coins I purchased one time and done a video on, but I'll show them. But the caps on these are very filthy. They leave somewhat of a stained ring around. If you can see that there on the outer. So I'm just going to take the tops off. I don't think I will be handling them, so I've got some gloves on today for all of the naysayers. And you know, when we start looking at the other alt metals, a question I've been getting a lot recently is platinum and the current price on how low it is. And I don't check the spot prices on all the metals too regularly, but I haven't checked it on platinum as of late. I know a fantastic low point on platinum, I believe was around 2016. It had one of its lowest in, I'd say, the past 10 years. So a lot of people are now seeing that it's very, very low and coming up with some type of a situation where they're saying, is it better to be looking at platinum now over silver? And of course, platinum costs a lot more. I don't know what ounces, give or take now, 700 pounds, I don't know, $780 or just under $800. But you know, I've been asked a few times, so I'm just going to give my thoughts and opinions on that and where and how I see the price. Now, I picked these up when I done a video on them. I thought it was a fantastic price at the time of the current spot price. It was a good deal, and you was getting a collector coin for damn near spot at the time. And it had the double benefits where it wasn't just a raw platinum piece of metal, you know, 1 ounce, and that was that. You had the collectability to it. So although even though being a cowboy collector and going for collector coins, hoping they'll yield the best results on an elephant, I didn't expect too much. It was just a plus, you know. If it would have been on a more stronger design, you know, shout out to Dave. There's recently been a new Perth Mint release on the Platinum Dragon. You know, if it would have been something from Perth that was on a strong design, I know they do a emu or something, or the platypus, very random animals on platinum, nothing strong as of yet that has some type of series behind it. If anything, you'd say the Queen's Beast would be one of the best contenders right now. But a lot of these other mints will bring out a platinum variant, but it's not really. I mean, even on the elephant, this wasn't a bad one, but it's not the best. And I could have thought of a few elephant designs that I think would have been better. So what drew me to this was obviously the price at the time and it being so close to spot, and it was a collector coin. I believe these are a mintage of 1000, so it was a no-brainer for me. All the platinum you see here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ounces, is all the platinum I own. I personally won't be purchasing no more. Even if spot was to drop lower on platinum or overall, I would look more so into gold or silver, mainly gold, seeing a better opportunity there to really load up and top up my gold reserve. How I see it, from what I've seen from comments and even just a bit of general research in myself, is platinum was a mega big thing when we was more in the prehistoric days. For the catalytic converters, I believe it was. I believe Russia, or was it South Africa, are a couple of the biggest producers of platinum. And it was looking promising. As we're getting more eco and we've pushed more towards, or to, you know, self-automated, more electrical, more hybrid fully electric, it's looking bad for platinum because that was one of its biggest markets. It's one of the reasons why I haven't aggressively gone after none of the alternative metals markets. I know money's always been associated with gold or silver, and that's where I felt comfortable putting my money. You know, banks and nations stack gold, and silver is the underdog. We all know, and that everybody that invests in silver has some type of faith in to either put in their, you know, savings or seeing it as some type of hedge or insurance. When we're talking the alt metals, you could technically call yourself a trader, seeing an opportunity there, be it copper, you know, rhodium, palladium, and try your luck there. But for me, I see other investment buckets where I think I could do better than furthermore straying from the path, which is going to be gold or silver, and going down to one of the alts. Not saying I see them as a bad opportunity, but I think if you're going to be taking that risk and thinking I see an opportunity here, then you know, you obviously know your stuff and you've been looking at the charts. For me, how I'm looking at platinum, I'll speak on whether I'll be purchasing now in a moment, is I like it in the form it's in, i.e. a collector coin form. I have platinum collector coins here now. If I was to pick up another one, it may just be another platinum collector coin. It wouldn't be just a raw weight foundation. I wouldn't be looking at how I view my foundation stack. It'd be more off of a cowboy aspect, whereas I could pick it up in this rare metal, and it gives me that type of insurance as well. Should the metal do horribly, I fingers crossed would be able to depend on the collectability of the piece. So I'd go for another platinum, maybe collector coin. I know there's I wish I would have got involved on the Palladium Eagle. That would have been a fantastic pick for me. That would have been a best of both worlds, i.e. a very strong coin from a very strong mint, the US Mint. Highly desirable, has got extreme longevity, and it's on that rather, you know, rare alternative metal that many haven't associated with metal. When we're looking at rhodium, we all know rhodium's had a crazy spike. I'd say the best spike when we're talking precious metals was in rhodium. You know, I think I've spoken that before. Apparently it may have been to do with the automotive market making a boo-boo and then shooting it through the roofs. But there's a I think it's Bard & Co. do a Rhodium Dragon that I've been looking at. When I have the funds available at a later date, I don't see them going anywhere anytime soon. They're also on 1,000 mintage. I'd love to buy into that dragon. So for me, that's how I'm currently viewing the alternative metals when we're talking platinum, palladium, rhodium, even copper. I see many nice series in copper. You know, if I've got the spare funds at the time and there's something nice coming out, I'd gladly jump on them. But I'm not looking at these alternative metals as part of my core portfolio. For instance, I'm not going to be stacking platinum for the cheapest or find the best variety. One thing I haven't done is sell any of these alternative metals. I could confidently speak on selling silver and the pros and cons when we're talking foundational collector, and the same goes for gold. But when we're talking any of the alternative metals, i.e. platinum, rhodium, palladium, it's one thing I haven't done. But what I have seen is when they came in a collector coin format, i.e. the Palladium Eagle, it was a fantastic sell for those involved. So, you know, it's just a hit and run. But for me, what I currently see and should, you know, if I'm answering the question, should you be picking platinum right now as the price is so good? I would say it's all going to boil down to the individual. If you're confident within your own means and you're reading the charts like Mystic Meg and you believe it's the time or it's the one you should definitely be buying, by all means go ahead. You know, you don't need to listen to what the crowd are saying. I've given my reasons as to why I personally wouldn't back it. It's because I don't see it, you know, touching upon the future of platinum, for instance, and people saying it's a doomed metal because we're moving more into hybrid and the likes of. One thing I do know is that I believe for the larger vehicles, i.e. the coaches and the buses, maybe even some planes, they will require fuel cells. And I believe the fuel cells are the ones that require more platinum. So it's not absolutely doomed for the automotive industry, but I would say when we're talking your everyday household car, you're going to be getting a lot more business than just the big industrial mobiles. So I do know they still will need it, but we don't know what can happen. And that's a prime example. If it's a metal that's depending on an industry that's constantly changing, you know, yesterday diesel was king, today it's the devil, you know, and, you know, you get people banging on your windows if you're driving that down Chelsea or something. So it's very volatile, too volatile, but many could say that about all metals in general, but it's not something I want to back like that personally. But I can see if somebody wanted to and seen opportunities, there's most definitely flipping opportunities. I believe it was Silver New Jack mentioned he done a great flip when they was down. So if you're savvy like that and you believe you can do it, yes. But for me, it's going to stay with the core gold and the silver in terms of stacking up the portfolio, putting in for savings for the long term, and just, you know, having faith in it being insurance and a hedge, and, you know, wherever it needs to be from there. But I can, if I didn't own these 5 platinum coins, would I be purchasing right now? Yes, I would, you know, but once again, I think I would have once strayed down to the path of only locking in on more collector pieces. I'm more happy there owning these in the collector form. Is the price very nice right now? Yes. Of course, you're paying, you know, a lot regardless if you're comparing it against silver. So when you're buying, I don't know, $500 or pounds worth of silver, or into silver or gold, you're going to see a lot more in silver volume wise. But then, you know, you're asking yourself the question again, what do you want? What do you think is going to be more easy to transport or sell, and what's going to be more liquid? As mentioned, I haven't done many runs with none of the alternative metals, but I can't see it being an impossible process, especially if it's on a collector piece for my own personal preference. But if this was a standard platinum bar, I don't know, Haruses or Harus, I butchered the name, I couldn't see a dealer turning it down if they pick up gold and silver. But it's neither here nor there. If I didn't have these 5 ounces, would I be purchasing? I would be interested. I mean, when prices are down, it's always the best time to look and inquire. And I guess that's why I'm getting a lot of questions regarding, you know, my views on platinum right now and what do I think. But personally, I would, if spot's down, I would be focusing more on gold. Tried and tested, everybody loves it. It's viewed as #1. Gold is king. You know, as you can see that these rattle about. This was just a downfall of these. I think as spot drops, regardless, it will be the yellow one I'm looking at more. I see opportunities here because it's down, but then you could say it for the rest of them. You know, as spot goes down, you know, silver seems to be sliding a little more than gold currently. I see, you know, it's not like the only metal that's going down. So that's where my own personal thoughts and opinions are. But it would be fantastic to hear if you see more better opportunities in platinum and why. You know, a lot of the times, and everybody I've spoken to immediately associate platinum with the automotive industry. And seeing where that's going now, even with struggling car sales, it could really affect this. But I don't think the precious metal side of the industry is that much affected. But then I don't know nobody who aggressively heavily stacks these alternative metals. I've heard of individuals from dealers, but that's that. But I'm going with the one that's most popular, most liquid, and most recognized, and that's always going to be silver or gold for me. But let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. Are you more of a platinum or gold, you know, or rhodium guy over silver? Is there anything over silver? Do you absolutely, you know, despise silver and think even platinum's better than that? So let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. Should you be buying platinum over silver right now? Go ahead and do that in the comments, guys. Once again, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll catch you guys on the rebound.